Hey everyone, this is Sam and welcome to my Assassin's Creed Valhalla build tutorials. Today I'm going to show you guys what I call the Great Dane of Fire build, and this is actually one of my favorite builds in the game because it is very different from the meta, as you'll be using a huge axe in one hand and you'll be using the element of fire to its maximum capabilities. You're going to be using it to hurt, to stun, and to heal yourself, and that is why even if you fight enemies at 100 to 80 levels above you, including zealots or mobs, it does not matter. The synergies of this Great Dane of Fire build is insane. Your criticals are going to heal you, your critical is going to light your axe on fire, and your fire damage is going to light everybody else on fire, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to heal you all at the same time. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like, and if you would like to see more Valhalla build tutorials, you can click on the card above or the playlist in the description below to see every build tutorial I have made for this game so far this year. And as always, the combat difficulty is on very hard and the stealth difficulty is on Master Assassin. So the amount of power you're gonna need or skill points to complete this build is around 200, but really you can start building on it ever since power 100. Now the key is that you're gonna get this Splotular axe, and what this does is every time you get a critical hit, it's gonna ignite your weapon on fire for 5 seconds. Now because of that, you're gonna continuously chase critical hits by putting the Kopis dagger in your offhand, and that's gonna give you 10% heals as you crit. And to complement everything, you're gonna add it to the Viper Bow, which is gonna increase your critical chance every time you swing your dagger or your axe. And you're gonna actually don on the Raven Clan armor. So the lower your health is, the higher your criticals get. So there's full synergy in all of this altogether. Now the details, the skill tree will be broken down in detail at the end of the video. But for now, let's take a look at how to use this build in-game from a tactical perspective. So first things first, because you do have the Viper Bow, you probably want to get into your Focus on Narnia and just to take down all of the weak points that your enemies has. This is perfect because the Light Bow takes many pot shots and Focus on Narnia allows you to do all that. So you can see me here, one Focus on Narnia already helped me take down both weak points. And best of all, now my critical chance level is at plus 30, which means my next axe hit is likely gonna light my axe on fire, and it does just that. Because a critical hit lights my axe on fire and it heals me. So you can see I'm just swinging away. And the fact that the axe have such high stun and damage, you can tell even this zealot is about 80 levels above me. He can't really get any attacks in because the axe comes with high stun damage. And as my fire cooldown happens, because my weapon stopped igniting itself, I can just easily go back to Focus on Narnia as I have gained back my adrenaline points. And I just go back to headshots to once again build up the critical chance meter and to do a lot of stun damage. As always, save a little bit of stamina at the end and then just go right back into your light attacks. Because of the plus 30 critical chance I get from constantly attacking with axe and arrows, you can see my axe is once again on fire, out of cooldown, and I'm just swinging away, and you can tell the enemy can't get any attacks in because the stun damage of a one-hand great axe is devastating. So I got all my adrenaline back, I got all my stamina back, and because my axe is on fire cooldown again, I go right back to my Focus on Narnia, go into my stunning, and he's completely out of the stun defense meter, so I give him the stun attack, do a huge amount of damage. And that's actually the first hit he got in this game. And it doesn't even matter at this point because the lower my health is, the higher chance I get the critical, the fire, and heal myself. And I get way more armor when I have low health. He stands no chance. So you can see here against our mobs and enemies, this is actually quite devastating. So you're not really trying to get your axe on fire all the time. If it gets on fire, it's like great. You're not playing to get it on fire. It's just because you can use the great axe. And the great axe has incredible stun. Like, use it in game. If you're one-handing a great axe, you're gonna just, if you hit someone, they're not gonna be able to hit back because they're totally stunned. And remember, every hit you do increases your critical chance, and if you do crit, your axe catches on fire and you get 10% heals. And if it doesn't happen, the lower your health is, the higher your critical chance. So you're still gonna get, see there, I got hit, so I got my crit chance up, and then I got my fire back, and then I critical him, then I got all my health back. So versus mini bosses, you can start off lighting your axe on fire if you want, especially if you have full adrenaline, because then you might as well. Even though we do have the adrenaline bar of attack later in the skill tree, you'll see. You could light your axe on fire and then continue to attack, and then as you get criticals from this, your axe is also going to catch on fire too, which kind of extends your fire ability, because you can see on the right side the fire ability is eventually gonna run out, but as it runs out, my axe is still on fire because my heavy criticals trigger my Dane axe to catch on fire itself. So all of this combined together with any critical hits, it's about to heal me. Just dodge and don't really block because your offhand is the dagger, right? Just dodge into your hits and continuously hit. And then if you have to, go in your focus on Narnia to weaken the enemy and to build up your crit chance. So you can see here, I'm fighting another Zealot that is 80 levels above me. Per usual, focus on Narnia first. Find your weak points. Don't go for headshots yet until you take down both weak points. Unless it's totally covered, then you can see I'm going for headshots here. But get really close. Make sure a little bit of stamina left. Now swing away and hopefully your axe will catch on fire because of the plus 30 critical. There it is. It catches on fire. I'm doing my axe and dagger combo. And all of this just flows in incredibly nicely. If he hits me, you can see I'm about to get all of my health back because of grit. So this is kind of like a fire grid heal technique. And if I hit him, I also get the health back. So that also works with grid. And at this point, my axe is on cooldown. So I can just go back to a focus on Narnia. Because even if I crit then, it's not going to catch on fire. You can see the cooldown is still counting down. So I go back to my focus on Narnia, chase for headshots, and just keep my plus 30 critical going, and also do a lot of stun damage while I'm doing all this because it's a Raven bow. That's why it's better than, I feel, better than a Spartan bow. And you can see I'm just going in, getting many hits in, and you can tell the Zealot, he can't really hit back because a one-handed great axe attack like this, it's got so much stun damage, so he can't really get into his combos. And once again, it catches on fire because we just crit, which also gave us heals. We're just gonna dodge away from that and just continue to swing away, and you can tell he's just, every time I hit him, he just stuns backwards, so he can't get in any of his combos or anything, and I can stay in his face, so he can't do any range attack. My axe is still on fire, it hits me, doesn't matter. The lower my health is, the higher my armor and the higher my crit, and then the fire is also gonna give me fire grit. So I get my health back. I light my axe on fire myself here, and I just continuously hit him again and again. You can see his stunning defensive meter is all the way down, and I'm getting all my stamina back, and I have full health. And I haven't even used a ration. I still haven't used a ration. And in the end, I can still go back to my focus on Narnia and go in his face and finish him off just like that. So this Great Dane of Fire's build is really fun. And here's the skill tree breakdown in detail for you guys. I know this kind of goes away from our double spear or dagger or mantle armor speed attack style, which I know a lot of you have been finding a lot of success. But try this build. You'll be a little bit slower, and you can see you're using way more of the bear skill tree. But it's a different kind of fun because you're gonna buff up a lot of your stun nodes and also your fire build-up nodes, and it just completely changes the element of the game, and you feel a lot more powerful. Like the previous builds I have showed you guys, you feel very fast, very cunning, and you fight very dirty. But now if you use the Great Dane of Fire build, you're just gonna be in the other guy's face, just going to work, and he'll never really get an attack in because you're stunting him all the time. Alright, so if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. As always, thanks for coming by, and I look forward to speak to you guys again very soon.